welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Jessie and I make videos all about plants and all the planty things, and I release those videos on Mondays, so if you'd like to subscribe, that would be amazing. I just want to say quickly thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed already. I think I've just passed 560 subscribers, which is so amazing, so thank you so much. Today I'm just going to be doing like a little bit of a casual video, more of like a, well, it is a repot with me. I'm going to do a repot with me. And honestly, the reason I'm doing this is just because I wanted to make a video today that was a little bit more casual. So my last few videos just didn't do, honestly, all that well, to be honest. And I don't know if that's because I skipped a week or if just because I wasn't making content that people really wanted to see. Not that it matters, it doesn't. I still really like doing this, but it just kind of made me feel a little bit like uninspired. And so today I just wanted to kind of come back and do something that was like a little bit more casual so that I could just chat and, I don't know, be me a little bit. I don't really have any plans for things that I want to discuss in this video. I'm just gonna chill and chat with you and repot some plants. So if you don't already know, I am actually moving out of New York State, which is where I live now, and I'm moving to Seattle, Washington very soon. Not soon enough, but very soon in the beginning of August. So the plants that I have here next to me right now are the last remaining propagations that I'm gonna be potting up and taking with me. I am actually bringing all of the plants that I love the most, the ones that are the most important to me, with me to Seattle in like a tote. Actually, I don't know, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do it yet, but I am gonna be bringing a lot of my plants with me. So these are the last plants that need to be potted, that need to, you know, get in soil before we go. So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with this Hoya Polyneura that's right in front of me here. This was given to me by one of my best friends. Her name is Hannah, and I'm trying to think of what her Instagram handle is. I can't quite think of what it is. I think it's like Hands Houseplants or whatever. I'll link it for you down below, or I'll put it on the screen if you wanna go follow her. She has a little houseplant channel, but she's been one of my friends since 2nd grade, and she gave me this cutting only a few weeks ago, and now its roots in here are pretty amazing. Honestly, I have to say that if I wasn't leaving soon, I would probably let it develop more roots like this, but it shot out so many roots so fast that I just feel confident that it'll continue to propagate more roots in soil. And honestly, I just want to get like all of these propagations gone and out of the way because I want to be ready to move. Like, I just want everything to be ready. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pot this. I'm gonna put it in my smallest pot that I have here because it does have a very small root system right now. So many people commented on my last repot with me video that I made a huge mess, and yes, I did, and I will. And I don't really care. Just take a vacuum after. In this soil mixture here, I have just Espoma organic soil, and I have a little bit of horticulture charcoal, but I didn't really have that much left, and so it's really just perlite. Like I said, I'm moving, so I'm just trying to use what I have and not buy more things. So normally I would do like a hefty mix of perlite and horticulture charcoal, but I just used more perlite because that's what I had available to me. And honestly, that was so easy. There we go. We got a little Hoya Polyneura in here. I think it looks really cute in this pot, actually. This is a pot from Urban Outfitters. Not that I would have bought it now. I bought it like 2 years ago. I try not to support Urban Outfitters nowadays, but I did buy it from there, to be honest. And then I drilled a hole in the bottom of it. So we've got that going there. The next plant that I'm gonna go ahead and give a repot to is this Syngonium right here. Now, here's the thing about this. I purchased this as a Syngonium macrophylla, or macrophyllum, whatever. And I don't know if it's that, because I saw some people recently posting on Facebook showing their different Syngoniums between the two, comparing the two of a Chia pens and a macrophyllum, which this is supposed to be. And I actually think that this might be a Chia pens now that I'm looking at it and seeing it. On Etsy, it was labeled a Syngonium macrophyllum. So I don't really know. I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments what you think it is, because honestly, like, I have no idea. But it has given me a full new leaf since I got it, and it's given me tons of root growth. I have so much root growth here. And you may remember, if you watched one of my videos a little bit back, where I had said that this was sold to me as like a full plant, like it's a full plant. And then what had happened was I bought it on Etsy, and the day that I bought it, I was walking around with the pot and I dropped it, which thankfully I did, because I realized that it only had about like an inch of root growth. It wasn't really like a full plant. It was just like a cutting that somebody stuck in soil. So what I did was I just fully washed it off of soil and I put it into some water to reroot it. But now I've got like lots of root growth, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a pot. And I'm gonna be potting it in this terracotta here, which actually doesn't have a drainage hole. And I was gonna put a drainage hole in it, but then my drill died and I just didn't feel like waiting for it to charge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pot it in here and hope that it lives. It will live. I'm just gonna water it more sparingly than I would other plants with a drainage hole. There we go. So I've got my little Syngonium here, and eventually I think once I get to Seattle, what I'll do is I'll probably put like a stake right here in the back of it and then like attach it so it starts growing upwards. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it the way that it is. But for real, seriously, please let me know in the comments what you think this is, because if it's not a macrophyllum, then I'm probably gonna have to go and buy another one because I really did want that. But regardless, like, I really love the leaves in this Syngonium. I think it's one of the more unique Syngoniums that I've ever seen. So I don't know, I really like it. It was expensive, but she's cute. Look at her. So the next plant that I'm gonna get potted up, this is a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. Now I had a gigantic specimen of this. Oh my god, I just realized it's only rooting from like one place. I had a gigantic specimen of this. It was like $30 at the time that I bought it, and it like tripled itself in size. And I really loved it. It was huge. And this is just the top cutting of it, but I wanted to sell it because it was in such a large pot and it was so tall that I was like, there's just no way that I'm gonna take that across state lines. So I just cut a piece of it, and then I'm gonna keep this piece of it right here. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and pot it into this pot right here, which I got from London when I was in London after I graduated college. If you don't know, yes, I went to college. I actually just graduated with my master's degree in curriculum and instruction, which is teaching. And so my plan when I get to Seattle is probably to look for a teaching job or a subbing job. I have subbed like the last year or so. I've been graduated for like 3 years. I've subbed for like the last 3 years, but because of the pandemic, I didn't sub like too much this year, just focused on getting my master's. So it is almost time to start really working and living in the real world, which is kind of insane and kind of depressing, but you know, I'm gonna have to start putting my master's to work now. All right, so here we go. We've got a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma all potted up in this little pot right here. I did drill a hole in the bottom of this one as well, and then the drill died like midway through, so I have one hole and then half a hole, so whatever. But this is good to go. And now I'm gonna move on to this, what is this called? Skindapsis Exotica, I think is what this is. Honestly, this was a much more gigantic plant as well, which I completely cut up because it has like a bunch of like, what is this called? Like sunburn, I guess, but it's from a grow light. So it got scorched basically by my grow light, but it is putting out new growth now finally, now that it's been in water for a long time. And honestly, I have to say, of all of the Skindapsis and the epipremnum plants that I have, this one is like one of the slowest growers. So I don't know if that's common, I don't really know, but it's been taking me a long time to get this to be like thriving again, especially after I singed it. So it's doing finally well now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it into this white pot probably. This is a like a white clay terracotta, which a lot of people have asked me where to get these. And the answer to that is that, I don't know, I just get them at local nurseries. So I've noticed that local nurseries tend to have more options as far as terracotta goes than like Lowe's. Lowe's and Home Depot have like one brand or color of terracotta, which is like this color. But local nurseries tend to have like gray or white terracotta. So if you're looking for something like that, I would recommend going to like a nursery rather than a big box store. But you can see this guy has tons of roots. Honestly, it could have been repotted a while ago, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. It kind of looks wonky, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It looks wonky as hell because the propagations that I took are like very long. You can see the length of them are very long, but it's in there, and as long as all the roots are covered under dirt, I really don't think it matters what it looks like. Honestly, it looks cute. It's a little bit like leggy, but it's really cute. And hopefully it starts to perk back up and do a little bit better for me now that it's in this pot. And we just have one more to go. So the last cutting I have to get potted up right here is this manjula pothos. So this is kind of the same situation as that Skindapsis, where I had the full pot of it, but I wanted to keep just a little piece of it, so I sold the rest of it and I kept this one top cutting. Honestly, let me tell you something. The roots on this have taken forever to grow, and it's been the same as far as like even growing new leaves. Like this is one of the slowest growing pothos that I've ever owned, and I've seen other people say the same thing. So they have very beautiful like leaf patterns and marbling on them, but they take forever to grow. But that's fine. I think, I don't know, I originally wanted to pot this into this like chicken here. It's a chicken planter, but I don't know if like that's, no, I think it'll work. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pat it in this chicken. It doesn't have any drainage holes, but I don't really care. I'm just gonna wing it and hope that it works. If not, I feel like manjula pothos are pretty easy to come by, so I'll probably be able to find a replacement if it doesn't work out, but I feel like it'll be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. See, that is so cute. It's a little chicken. That's so cute. I've been wanting to use this little planter for a long time, and I just couldn't find the right size cutting to go in it, so this is perfect for it. Look at it! So the last step that I'm gonna take really quickly is what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna water every one of the cuttings that I did. I like to keep their soil moist from the first like 1 to 2 weeks after potting them from water to soil, just because I think it helps them acclimate quicker, because water roots are a little bit different than soil roots, so you want to help them acclimate. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the water that I was propagating them in to water them. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because supposedly the roots in the water like release hormones, you know, like rooting hormones, I guess, that help them root better. I don't know if that's a myth. I've heard that people say that online. I really can't find any like concrete proof to say that that's true, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Water is water at the end of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and give all of these a water here. And the ones that don't have a drainage hole, I'm gonna do like a little more sparingly. Here's one, watered. Where the hell do I put it? All right, I'm gonna do my Rapid next. And this one does have drainage holes, so I'm just gonna go all in on this. You guys know I talk about it in so many of my videos that when I water, I just go for it. I just water them until it comes all the way out the bottom. I want that soil to be like saturated. And I'm gonna do the same thing. This one doesn't have a drainage hole either, so I'm gonna be gentle with it. But it is terracotta, so it will wick away some of the moisture, which is good. I think I'm gonna stop there with this one. Put it off to the side here. Next, my Hoya Polyneura. I really love this guy. I cannot say thank you enough to Hannah. It's so beautiful. That drain in here. And then the last one that I have here is the Skindapsis Exotica that I'm going to go ahead and water as well. Alright, so now I've got all 5 of my little friends potted in some soil, and they are going to be ready for our road trip in a month. Hopefully by the time the month's up, they will have acclimated to their soil a little bit, and they'll be ready for the road. I will be doing some videos in the upcoming few months here, just documenting how I get my plants packed up and across the country, because we are taking a car to do that, so it's going to be a journey. So follow along with that if you would like to. And also, if you guys would like to leave any comments down below for me, letting me know kind of what you want to see from me in the future. Like I said, I am kind of just lacking a little bit of inspiration right now. I feel like I'm just in a bit of a rut. And that's okay. I mean, I'm not really like too worried about it, but I am just like a little bit down in the dumps, kind of not really knowing what to film or what to do. Especially for this next month, because normally in the summertime I go crazy buying plants, but I'm not allowed to buy any plants right now because I can't take them home with me. So let me know what you want to see from me, you guys, or just like this video or leave a comment. I don't know, if you want to chat in the comments, let's chat in the comments. Hope you like this video, and I will see you next Monday. Bye, you guys.